everybody, and welcome to Crafty Clegs Creations. My name is Jeanette, and today I'm coming to you from the northwest of England, where I live with my husband Timothy and our little that was a mouthful, our little Shih Tzu Zach. Today is Friday the 18th of August 2023, and as you can see again, I am coming to you from my craft room. It is a bit of a dull and overcast day. In fact, last night on our weather, we was watching the news last night, and on the weather it said we was going to get a storm today. They forecast quite a lot of rain, high winds, but touch wood, my desk, as of yet, nothing. I mean, it is quite, well, when I say quite, it is a little bit windy, but not where you'd think, oh my goodness, that's dangerous, like they made out on the TV last night. So yes, today is not the best. It's been just over a week since I last popped on here and had a chat with you, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get back on my podcast, say hello to my subscribers and show them what I've been up to. When I say I haven't done a lot, I've done a little bit, but I don't feel like I've done much crafting this week. Have I been out anywhere? Yes, I went out on Monday with my lovely friend Karen from Stitches and Jacks. We went to Black Sheep. We had a lovely day there. It was cut short, unfortunately, as Karen had to rush off home. But it was still lovely. It was gone lunchtime when she left, so we still had quite a nice day together. We bumped into a couple of our subscribers that are subscribed to my channel as well as Karen's channel, which was really, really nice. A lady called Ali and her husband. I will put a picture up somewhere of us all. We did take a little bit of a screenshot or a snap or whatever you'd like to call it. So yeah, that was nice to meet somebody that watches our channels. And other than that, did I tell you we've had our grandchildren? Our grandchildren came and stayed overnight. Can't remember what night that was. Because they're on school holidays, you see, it might not have necessarily been at the weekend. Let me just have a sip. Excuse me. We've had a trip to Hobbycraft, which I will show you what I bought. Not very much, but I did treat myself. I actually went for some supplies. But for the shop, for my little Etsy shop. But I got a little treat when I was there. And I have also decided I'm having all my hair cut off. It's not for me, this long hair. I have tried it as long as I can. I've had long hair lots of times in the past, but in the past I've not been this age. And it's going very thin and bitty, and it's got a mind of its own. It sticks out everywhere. It's falling out. So I've decided that next week I'm going to have my hair chopped off. So I just thought I'd tell you. So be aware of next time I podcast, I'll probably have really short hair again. Anyway, without any more moaning and groaning, we'll get into it, will we? I shall show you. I am currently working on 3 items. I finished one. And I've got one in the making, which is over here on the ironing board. I'm going to do a little bit of what I did last time. Not quite as much because I've not got quite as much to show you. But yeah, I'll take you over there. I've been doing a little shop update. There's a couple of bags there that I've already finished. There's lots cut out here, so I'll show you what they are. This week's update is Tilda. I love Tilda fabric. But anyway, that's right at the end if anybody's interested. And then I've got a little bit of incoming. And again, if anybody's interested, I'll put it on right at the end. So I'm going to show you my finished item. So the first thing that I finished, this was a really, really fun make and surprisingly quick. It is my little, we've called it, Tim and I have called it Acorn Lodge. And it is this one here. But there's a bit of a tail to this. I'll show you the acorn house first and then I'll explain. I haven't quite finished it, but the crocheting is finished. So here is my acorn house. I'll put it in front of my face so you can see it. Tim did me a little house plaque for it to put on the top. It's got the little window there. It's a cute little door here. it's toadstools here, and the bit that I like most of all is the chimney. Look at this. I absolutely love that. It's like smoke coming out of it. I didn't do it in the traditional colours that it asked for because I didn't have it. This was like a cream and then this was brown. So this is more like a mushroom colour, I suppose, if you like. But I just wanted to use what I'd got. I didn't want to go out and buy more supplies because I've got plenty. And I just wanted to use what I'd got. And to be fair, it hasn't turned out too much because as you look at it from the front, you don't really see much of the mushroom colour. It's mostly of the decoration that you see. So it actually turned out quite well, that. It is a paid for pattern and I will leave links for it down below. So I don't really want to tell you too much, but I used my traditional 2.5mm crochet hook and it was crocheted in the Sheepies Soft Fun. And like I say, I just got it out my stash. Yeah, and well, yeah, that's all I can tell you really. Everything came out of stash. The one good thing I did like about it, in the pattern, now normally when I make things like this, you have to sew things on and it actually tells you in the pattern to glue them on with a hot glue gun, which I loved because it gives you just you can pin them all into place. And then you can hot glue them on one at a time. And because it's a hot glue and it doesn't set straight away, I mean, it doesn't take too long, but because it doesn't set straight away, it gives you a little bit of time to manipulate them and get them exactly how you want them. So yeah, everything was hot glue gunned on and I really liked that. Even the chimney. This is just toy stuffing to make it look like there's smoke coming out of it. Now, like I say, I thought that was it. But further on in the pattern, and again, I can't give too much away because it's a paid for pattern. But this here, these toadstools here that's lit up, there's instructions on how to make them in the pattern. I was so excited. I haven't got round to them yet. This was one of the reasons we went to Hobbycraft this week, was because I wanted to get one of these false logs. And unfortunately, they didn't have any. They didn't even have a round one. I mean, I have got a couple, but I would have quite liked like the plank type style. But never mind, I will make do with what I've got. But my next, in fact, I'm going to do this afternoon. I'm going to make these. Yeah, so those are actually lights that are lit up. And then that will sit in front of it. Let me get it right and show you, just so you can get an idea. So that, I think, is going to go in pride of place on the top of my mantelpiece for autumn decorations. Isn't it lovely? Really, really pleased with that. So that's my only finished thing this week. But that's okay, because it's not a race and I've got plenty of time before I have to start putting up my Christmas decoration, my autumnal decorations, Christmas. I've got all these seasons on the brain at the moment. I can't stop making seasonal things, looking for seasonal things. I found another little Christmas thing I'd like to make. I found another autumnal thing that I'd like to make. I've had it in my stash since January. And when I show it, you'll go, oh yeah, I remember that, because you'll have seen it. Anyway, the next thing, like I say, that's the only finished object I have. So the next thing is my autumnal wreath, which is this one. And again, it's a paid for pattern. I will leave all the links for where I purchased it down below. And this is how far I've got. So, again, I have used, let me show you, Sheepies Soft Fun. So I covered the wreath in Sheepies Soft Fun. And again, it's a paid for pattern, so I don't want to say too much. I made the spider's web in the Sheepies Soft Fun. And then the spider here, that is done in Sheepies Katona. I used a 3mm hook. I've mixed up my hooks. It did tell you to use different sizes in the pattern, but I always ignore that. I'm a bit of a rebel that way. I like certain sizes and I tend to stick to them no matter what I'm making. And I think I only do that because I know that there are either toys or decorations. If I was to crochet a garment for myself, which I am in the middle of doing, I showed you last time, my no, not hexagon. I can't remember. It's my granny square cardigan. I'd stick to what it tells me then, because it's obviously sized right for that crochet hook size. But for things like this, I like to swap them up. So yeah, this was done on a 2.5. This was done on a 2.5, and I think I did this, covered the wreath, on a 3. So I'm hoping this weekend that I'm going to get maybe a couple of pumpkins on there, and maybe some candy corn. Well, I forget what they call them in the States. They're like white, orange and yellow, and they're like in a pyramid shape like that. Are they called candy corns? Candy corn, I don't know. Anyway, I'm hoping to get some sweeties here and maybe a couple of little pumpkins here. I am going to change it up a little bit to the pattern. As you can see, I've not got a black stripe. I didn't want the black stripe, so I've taken the black stripe out. I've not put a grey spider on. I might put a black one on, but I certainly haven't put the grey one on. I'm not keen on that. These are what I'm talking about. I'm hoping to get some of these. I'm hoping to get some of these on over the weekend, and maybe a couple of pumpkins. And then I'm going to concentrate on the, I don't know what those are. I think they might be sweets, and the little ghost. So that's what I'm hoping to do. And I'm not putting the bow on neither. I'm going to get some ribbon and put a ribbon bow on. So there's that I'm working on. But I think I'm really, really pleased with it. I think it's going to turn out really nice. Not sure where that's going to go. Definitely inside the house. We don't live in a climate, unfortunately, where I could hang this on my front door, because within 24 hours it would be soaking wet through. Absolutely soaking wet through, or frozen stiff, one of the other. So that is how far I've got on my Halloween wreath. Then next, what's next? Oh, I have been working a little bit on these. You have also, oh, I brought the wrong bag up. Bear with me and I shall go and get the right bag. I'm back. I've been downstairs and got the right bag. Now, you have seen these before, but I'm just going to show you the progress I've done on them. These are my vanilla socks with my vintage tinsel, and you know I've finished one and I'm almost finished with the other. So I've worked on these a little bit this week. So this is how far I've got. Oh, every time I look at this, I love it. This is my shadow wrap heel, which I've done. I love the shadow wrap heel, so easy, and it really fits me well. It really does fit me well, the shadow wrap heel. So yeah, I've got maybe another, I don't know, what do you think? Maybe another 15, 20 rows to do before I am ready to shape the toe. When I was with Karen on Monday, Karen is ever so organised, you know. I just love how organised she is with the crafting. She always has she always has something to do when we go out, and it's normally socks. And she always has a clicker, you know, a row counter for round her neck. And she has this really pretty pink one. And she said, you need to get one of these so you know how many, because I just guess. I hold them up together and I think, yeah, them are about right. And then I wear them. So yeah, I mean, one sock could be 4 or 5 rows out compared to the other one, but that's just how I am with things like this. I try not to stress too much about it. And she says, you need to get one of these. So I had a look at Black Sheep, and they only had a green one, and I wanted a pink one. So that will have to be on my to-do list to get one. So yeah, that's how far I am. I am almost there. So hopefully next time I podcast, I will have a pair of finished socks to show you. I still haven't done any more on my other ones yet, but I'm trying not to stress you out about it because, well, it doesn't matter. It's a pair of socks. It's not worth getting all uptight about. So yeah, I've nearly finished with them. I've been doing a lot of that when we've been going out in the car. So we went out in the car to Hobbycraft. we went to Hobbycraft. I think that was yesterday, or was it the day before? Can't remember. So I did a few rounds going and a few rounds coming back. And I think we're going to go out tomorrow and have a ride out somewhere and maybe get some lunch. See if we can find a really nice pub and maybe have a pub lunch. So I'll probably get the rest of that done tomorrow while we're travelling and hopefully finished for the weekend. I am trying desperately this weekend to just have a full crafting weekend. I've gone mad these past couple of days and I've cleaned the house from top to bottom, done all the laundry, done shopping, done everything. So I can just have a full weekend of walks, crafting and watching TV. I want to watch some nice movies this weekend. That's what is on my agenda for this weekend. Anyway, let's carry on. So, my socks, my wreath, and this is the last thing. I just fancied starting this, and I showed it to you last week. The Lula and her amigurumi... No, it's not Lula, it's Lula and her amigurumi friends, and I wanted to make this because it reminded me of my pops, my darling daddy. So there's quite a lot of work involved in these amigurumis, but it's still so enjoyable. It is in this little bag that I made. This is a little patchwork bag I made. This has got some of my pin badges on. This one is from Black Sheep. They had their 40th birthday last week, or was it the week before? They have been trading for 40 years. And so Karen very kindly purchased this and treated me to it. And Dawn, she got Dawn one. And then that says, is it Sarah made me do it? Yeah, Sarah made me do it. Another Black Sheep. This is from the lovely Abby. You know, I can never remember Abby's... oh dear, brain fog. YouTube channel. I will put it down below for you all to go and check her out. She's lovely, Abby. Absolutely beautiful girl. And then one of my favourite toadstools. Anyway, so inside here, let me show you. There's not much to show you, but let me just tell you. The bit I did do, it took me, I'm not kidding, not without a word of a lie, all night. This took me all night to do, and it is a bit squashed. Let me just roll it out for you. This is what I do with my amigurumi. I roll them. Right. Here we go. So this is Dad's first leg. Is that not just fabulous? I've got to have a strap going across here. I've got to put a strap going across here for his legs. But you start off at the bottom and then work your way up the top. I'm taking it, these are his socks, his stripy socks. I have got yet to put all the hair on his legs. You have to make 2 of these and then carry on and do the body and so forth and so on. So yeah, there's not a lot to show you. But yeah, I have really enjoyed making that. And like I say, that took me a full night. Well, when I say a full night, it took me a couple of hours. We usually sit there for about 2 hours. By the time we've had dinner and have either loaded the dishwasher. Sorry about that, there's a motorcycle going past the road. Yeah, once we've had dinner and I've either A, loaded the dishwasher or washed the dishes, whichever one I do. And then have a nice cup of tea and a couple of hours crocheting, and then it's time for bed. I've had enough. I have not been able to keep my eyes open just recently. I don't know what's up with me. All I want to do is sleep. But yeah, I suppose I can because I'm retired. So I suppose that's the beauty of being retired. Anyway, I keep digressing. So that's all I've got done on Grandpa. But I just felt like I needed to try it. It's all being done with Katona, Sheepy's Katona. These are all the different colours. We've got blues and greens and browns, purples, mustards, all those kind of colours. Pinks, greys. There's an array of colour. It's his jacket that's done in this. Now, my dad would have loved to have wore that. My dad has some smashing clothes. He was very big into being bright and bold and cheerful, Dad. So yeah, that would have suited him quite well. So that's how far I've got on that. So I told you I've not really done very much, but I am making progress, which is, you know, slowly wins the race kind of thing, isn't it? So that's what I'm working on at the moment. Before I go over there, I shall just show you my incoming. So like I said, we went to Hobbycraft to get some supplies for me. I went to get some wadding and lining and one thing and another. And while I was there, they had got all their Christmas things out and Halloween things. And I just happened to look at this and think, I have got to have it. So it is a massive paper pad. It's a 12 by 12 and it's got some fabulous papers in it. I have no idea what I'm going to make with it. Whether I'll make just a daily journal. A daily journal in the journaling world, it's called, is it called... Christmas Daily, and it's basically a junk journal with 25 pages in that you can fill in every day, which is what I want to do, because I want to take pictures of the progress of my advent from Toft, just jot down what we've done on that day, because I don't keep a diary, and I don't really want to keep a diary. I like to keep everything that I want to know in my own head rather than put it on paper. But I do think at certain times of the year, like Christmas and things like that, special occasions, weddings and all kinds of things like that, it would be nice now to carry on and just keep a little bit of I don't know, a momentum, if you like. So I think I might make a December daily with that. And then I had to have this. It's just a roll of vellum. But look at that. Oh, isn't that lovely? So you can make pockets with this or tuck spots. You can do anything with that. So yeah, I had to get that as well. Spoiled this. Oh, and very boring, but I'm going to show you anyway. So I bought the pad, the vellum, and then I treated myself to glue sticks. Oh, do I not know how to live it up. Tim and I, we just live the most exciting lives. So yeah, really, in as far as crafting and that and treating myself is concerned, that's all I've done this week. I would also this weekend like to possibly tea dye some papers and cards and things like that. Might do some of that depending on the weather, because I like to tea dye or tea stain my paper for journaling and then lie it flat on the grass. I like it to dry flat out in the sun. You can put them in the oven, but they go all crinkly and then you have to iron them, and anyway, I'm not keen on that. So I am going to switch the camera off and take you over here and show you what else I want to make. We're over here at my ironing board, and this is what I'm going to make. The Acorn Fairy. This is from the calendar I got right at the beginning of the year, and I've only ever done the one, and it is this one. I've never done any others. I found it very difficult to do. It was very fiddly. I didn't do the shoulders right, but I don't know what made me get this out and have a look, but I thought, you know what, I'm sorry if this, that's better, isn't it? I am going to make this and put it out for autumn. Anyway, these are the colours. I think these two colours are slightly out, but I'm not really concerned with that. I'm just going to, I'm just going to use what I've got. I've got everything's correct, I think, apart from this one. This one. So, yeah, anyway, that is, I'm hoping to make that as well. Then I've got a couple of bags already finished. This is Tilda fabric. I love this fabric. Isn't that pretty? I've put like a little star, like a keychain, and I've hung some, can you hear Tim whistling? I've hung some little charms on there. So that's a zipper, sock size. And then, oh, I love this. This reminds me, my mum used to collect. I mean, what you have to remember is my dear mum has been gone 28 years now. And it's quite, I don't think you can get it very easily anymore. But my mum used to love willow plates, and she used to collect all that kind of thing. And that's what this reminds me of. And I've put the tiny little tulips on there. So isn't that lovely? I've just seen something else I bought on Monday and I forgot to show you. I'll show you when I finish doing it. So these are the other ones I've cut out, the other patterns. Oh, I love this. That's Tilda, so I'm going to make a couple of bags out of that. And I've got just enough left to make another bag out of that. And then this is my favourite. Look at that. I love that. And I don't think I'll get these done this week, but probably next week I'm going to make some really crazy patchwork out of these. And again, these are Tilda. But I just could not resist the other day when I went out. Look at this. Oh, I love it. Absolutely love it. So I might make some little totes with that. And pop them in my shop. I've not made tote bags forever, so I think I might make some totes with that. So yeah, that's what's next for being sewn. Going to be busy this weekend, aren't I? But I love weekends like that. Busy, crafting, making. Oh, I just love them. Right, and that's really all I've got to tell you. But just before I go, I completely forgot that I'd bought this for myself because I'd hid it away. I'd squirreled it away. Now, before I show you what I've got, I need to explain to you, I am going to Yarndale this year. I am so looking forward to it. It's been a couple of years, not last year. I don't think I went last year. It might have been the year before. I can't remember. Anyway, it's been a couple of years since I've been to Yarndale, and I would imagine now that it's almost back to normal after the dreaded C word. I'm not going to say it anymore. It doesn't warrant being mentioned on my channel. And I am going for 2 days. I'm going Saturday and I'm going Sunday. So I have decided that my big treat that I am saving up for is a Janie Crow pack. I want to make the Persian tile pack. Now, I'm not sure what it's called. You can't purchase it from, you can normally get the packs from Wool Warehouse or Black Sheep, so you can usually get the packs from anywhere, and it comes with all the colours you need in Stylecraft EK and the pattern. But this particular colour is an American yarn, and so you have to buy it from Janie Crow's website. Well, my lovely friend Karen went to, you've probably seen if you watch and follow her, went to the Birmingham quilt show last week, and she met Janie Crow and she asked her if she's going to have the Persian tiles in the colourway I want to do at Yarndale, and she said yes. So the first thing I'll be doing when I arrive Saturday morning will be straight over to the Janie Crow stall to purchase my kit. And I've had my eye on this book in Black Sheep for a few visits now. And I just had to get it this time because I knew I was going to get the pack. So I bought myself, oh, look at that. I just had to have it. I've been eyeing it up, and I mean, it wasn't majorly expensive, but it was expensive enough to think, do I need it? Especially when I make journals now, but I'd never be able to make anything like this. So this is the colourway that I want to do. And like I say, you can only get this off a website. And it's basically just, oh, look at the blankets. It's just, when I say just, I shouldn't say that because it's not just. It's a book to keep records of everything you make. So it's got all, let me tell you what it's got in. It's got the abbreviations, it's got whips and projects, and it's got start and finish, whether you was happy with it or not happy with it. It's got that in it. It's got your stash in it. You can put down all your stash, what you've got, when you bought it, the dye lot, the length, the quality. Stash, it's got a lot of stash stuff in it. Then it's got notes at the back. And then it's got, oh, this is brilliant. These are all cards that you can put your pattern at the top. What does that say? The yarn, and then it's got holes here. punched holes, and you can put all your yarn on that, and there's quite a few of them in the back. Look at all them. So yeah, I just had to get it. And then right on the back there's a gauge checker, but it's a good sturdy yeah, like little album, so I just had to have that. Isn't that beautiful? So this is going to be my big make. Maybe, I don't know, if I get everything finished in time, what I want to make before Christmas. I might even start this Christmas and New Year, through Christmas and New Year. Still got my other blanket to do yet, but never mind. Anyway, that is it for today off me. Not very long. I hear you all go, thank the Lord. I hope you're all right. I don't really know what else to say other than thank you very much for always coming back and supporting me. If you do like and spending time with me and enjoy it, please don't forget to press that like and subscribe button. It does help my little channel grow. And until next time, take care, have a fantastic weekend and happy crafting, and I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye-bye.